Hello guys, I'm here with my daughter. Their first day of school will be tomorrow, and I am doing a dip set on her for the very first time. And she do want extensions, so it's just not going to be on her natural nails. The products I will be using is acrylic powder by Glam and Glitz, and I'm using a mood change and a glitter, and they're in tones purple. This one kind of turned like a light blue right here. The glitter is FA 535, and this one is Blue Lily. I'm also already then put my amounts in my little dipping trays from Kiara Sky. Also with this, I will be using a prep to dehydrate the nails by Artistic, a pH balancer. I'll be using the gel base by S&S. Be using Young Nails resistant top coat after I'm finished. I won't be using a dipping top coat. I'm going to use this instead. For the adhesive, I'm going to be using, I really don't need this either. I might use this to attach my top coat when I'm done. Be using more tips. I get these by the bags by 50 or 100, I think it is. Using my store-bought activator, which has a dropper. Echo Tools. I like this little brush, and it comes like this. It's a makeup brush. Sanitized with alcohol. This is 99% in my hands. Rub your hands together. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and push back her cuticles. Gently. And what you're doing is just trying to get that echinacea. What you're trying to do is get that echinacea right here off of the nail bed. Then I'm going on with my Erica bit. It's like a sanding band, and I got this from the Nail Hub. It looks like this, and you put it on the mandrel, and that's how that looks. I'm doing a natural nail, so you want to be careful not to have your drill on high speed. And I do between 2,000 to 300, 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs. Like right there in the middle. Very slow speed. And all I'm doing is really taking that skin all around the cuticle area and off the nail bed. And what you're really doing is taking the shine off. And also, if they have some little kind of rugged cuticle epinephrine skin all over, You could take this drill bit on low speed and just brush over it like that. You really don't have to change your bit into this if you don't want to. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It depends on how bad the echinacea is. You want to keep your drill kind of flat. Don't tilt it like that. Just keep it like this. What you want to do is tilt the hand, not the drill. When I'm not talking, y'all can talk.
Okay. I need to move my leg.
Okay.
Can I move my hand?
Your who?
My hand.
Well, yeah, that one. Yeah. I'm only working with one hand at a time, Chrissy. And when you see me do this, I'm just cleaning, I'm just going against her skin with that, smoothing out some rough edges around her skin. When you see me tilt it up like that, I'm actually going around the cuticle area with the bit. I'm doing cuticle work, filing nail, cuticle work, everything at the same time. And also this drill bit is like a sanding band. You can also shape the nails too. They're already short. Keep it on the same speed. This is like a natural nail file. Okay, I did all my prep work with just one drill bit. Be using KDS gel, nail glue to glue down the tips. You see how this nail, it didn't fit all the way to the sidewall. You don't want that. Now I'm gonna have to put a bigger tip on that one, and I probably just go up a size on that one too.
So you're about to take this nail off.
You, I'll be off camera. What's wrong with you? So I should have stayed with my right mind when I had the bigger two, but it just looked like it was just too big. But I'm gonna go with that one again. It's too long.
Okay.
Okay, She doing like a coffin, ballerina. I don't really like a skinny ballerina, just a little bit off. Okay, now we're going to blend the tip in. Since we're doing dip, we don't want as much as a bulky nail. So what I use is a cross cut bit like this. You see me when I filed the nail down to take off the tip. It's just a cross cut bit, and this is a very small one. And what I do is just go through over that like that without touching the natural nail. So it's like I'm going on top of that tip. And also take off the corners too. Blend that tip in real nice. And what I'm doing is just laying the drill, about this much of the drill, just on top. Just on top of the nail. And sometimes I'll go over that too, so they can have better adhesive to the dip system and not have a shiny surface. So yeah, we added a little lint to it. She'll be 13 in October. She is in the 7th grade. So I wasted some product, but we're going to go ahead and do this again. Make sure they dehydrated real well. I think it was a nail that I wanted to probably make sure that it was glued down good. I can't remember what nail it was, but it don't look like it anymore. So we're going to go ahead and apply this again. And you just can just put it on the natural nail. Okay, we're gonna go with our S&S base, and we're gonna use clear to give it some strength, which we have to do some strength around this nail tip. And what I do is just, put it there and put it down the nail. While I'm doing a T, I'm just adding some strength in the middle of her nail, like a little arch. Now what I do, I put the clear on the whole nail. And you want to do this because this is a long nail. You just don't want to put the color and no clear. Okay. Put that. Show them on the camera. That here. So you can put the activator here. So make sure that your clear will be dried in between those coats that you're gonna do. And what I do is just do like that. So you want these kind of dry before you start your color. That here, y'all see? Hello? They ain't up there playing around.
Wait.
Daddy said no, he ain't coming in. He tired. You better be glad he came get your...
He was.
They try to finish that game.
Daddy can't see her.
Okay.
No.
Y'all better go ahead. And I just like to do like the edges. Make sure you didn't get no glue on those edges, because you really don't want to be minimal filing when you about to do this. All right. Y'all get your buns out of here, so I can lock my door. The internet connection is good. It's real good. Open that door so you know that y'all on your way out this door. I'm finna start whipping some tail.
It's locked.
Open it! Yes. Baby, they coming out the door. Huh?
There,
Yes.
that's mine.
Wait, is it in my... Here. Is it right here?
There, I killed the
Did I take those bags out the trunk?
Girl, I get my nails done and I'm on my shot.
Or did I bring it in the house?
Get on Instagram. Get on Instagram.
Close my door before you let the flies in. Here. Bye, okay.
Bye.
All right. Oh. Them are the games. To work me over. And I'm doing this to make sure no glue is on the side of her nail. So I just minimize this filing. Okay, now I'm going to start with the color. What I like to do is take it out the first one and work with it like this till it's all gone. And I like to get sidewalls to sidewalls. And I hold finger right there. And with the glitz, what's easier with the glitz, you have the powder sits there for a couple of seconds before you dust it off, because it is a thicker powder. It's not fine milled. So in order to make these mood change colors work, you have to let this sit in there so it can soak up the glue, the base coat. Let that sit for a minute. Do your next nail. Well, let it sit until you do your next nail. Okay, what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and pat this one off. Leave it there. Do your next nail. So when you're working with a thick powder, that's how you do it, so it can work. This way is kind of messy, but you just got to find your way to where you're not wasting your powder. Let that rest. That's what I do. I let it sit. Do your next nail. Now I'm going to show you how to brush it off. And the nail will be smooth. So if you didn't know how to use these thick powders like this Glam and Glitz one, now you know. You got to let it sit on there. Look how smooth that transition was. Now if you would have just put it on there, dust it off, it would have been chunky, 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 because for the simple fact the glue didn't suck up that thickness of that powder first. You hit this nail. I hit this nail, so you got some bumps and stuff in it, but it's okay. Okay, gonna set that one to the side, and we're gonna do this one. Try not to waste too much of your powder. This powder is not meant to be dipping nails, but you know what? It's finna be some dip nails in here. It's probably a little kind of time soon switching out with this, but it don't bother me as long as I don't contaminate my powder. I'm gonna do one more coat and then I'm gonna do a clear on top. Okay, I'm gonna put glitter on this hand. It's this one. And that's not dip powder either, but it's not as bad as this one right here. It's not as thick.
But that's like a... No. This one...
See it's touch right there? When it's touch, I just... and just go in with the glue. Oh, keep your hand up. You got that hand up in that thing, and you probably touched it. Glam and Glitz is a thick powder. So you just gotta let it sit on there. Sometimes you might say, oh, it's not even worth it going through all that. But to me it is, because I want this mood change color. Okay. Okay, gonna let that sit while I do the other hand. I really wanted more glitter on that. I think it's okay. Huh. Okay, let me just go ahead and start this hand.
Okay, which glitter gonna be on this one?
Which one you want? You want to switch it up and put the rhinestones on the other one?
Yeah.
Try to brush your powder back in there. Because I think I have enough. I think I put enough in there to do probably even one more coat. Probably not, but depends. Because I'm going to do a clear. And sometime I can preserve my my clear and put another wash of this after I file. I'm going to show y'all that way. To make sure that it's not lumpy, bumpy. That little blue specks must be the color of it when it changed colors. I really don't like that in the middle of there. So hopefully this next round will cover that. And I think it will. That's the color it's supposed to change colors. So they had like some pigment in there. I like that purple. Looks really nice.
Oh, did you unswipe that?
Now I always keep this before I'm finished. So if I file off too much, I can always put a little bit more base coat and go sprinkle on a little stuff, and you know, and it's done. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my clear right now. Try not to dent because you're gonna have to file that out just to get that filed out. So try not to nick the nails. Baby, put that finger down. Your back hurting? Not yet? Okay guys, last one. A lot of people don't do that much filing, but when it comes to this kind of length and stuff, you know that nail ain't gonna be all that good smooth. Y'all, this is my last clear. You know what? I'm throwing this away anyway. So, hey. Okay, now let me close up all my little bottles, and we're finna put the activator on here. And since I'm using a regular top coat, I'm not gonna have to put the activator on again. This is the last step. See, we knock that, nick that. Okay. Now we need to get this mess up. No, I'm not gonna need that. Just gotta make sure you get your measurements right. You really don't need much glitter. And then you wash and clean that out. Just try to get all that stuff out of there. And normally I just take that to the sink and rinse that off real good and sanitize that with some alcohol. And be ready for the next. It's not really hard to clean. It's just that you gotta clean it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna save this one right here because I don't know, after I file I might need some more of this purple. So I'm gonna show y'all that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the activator on there and seal this. Okay, once I put that on there, I like to put them inside of a fan. So yeah guys, I just let them dry under this right here. I'm sure I featured these before. And they got a hot and a cold. And what it do is it just goes by, when your hand goes in there, it comes on. It's like a touch pad. Put the other one in here. And I got 2 of them. So when they drying, I can be tightening up my desk. Because, I mean, when you working with stuff, your desk be a hot mess. You hear me? A hot mess. You can use a cross-cut bit like this. Or you can just go back with this, another one of these drills right here. One of these two. I'm going to show y'all both ways. But it doesn't matter. A cross bit. This one is kind of small. I do have a bigger one that I like to use. But we'll check and see about this one. I'm going to see if I can really do good with this big one around her little small cuticles. And we'll see. Okay, they all dry and we finna do some filing. I like to use a thin, very thin, not coarse, because you can take the powder off the edges and you don't want that. So I use this and I just go and taper up a little bit. Not much. Any that hurt? That hurt? And you could like pull back the skin like this while you're filing and use your finger for like a guard. Now, when it comes to long nails, I don't like them thin at all for dip because they risk a chance of breaking them. So I like them kind of thick and not thin. See, when I went up on there, it took some of that off. You see that? So you don't want to bring your up here like this. You want to keep it to the side because you really already got your shape. Because this powder you put on there is very thin. It's not like you building with acrylics. So try not to file too much. And keep the file underneath the nail. Because you pretty much already got your shape. Now this is a mood change color, so if you do hit the top, it's just heating it up a little bit. That don't mean that you probably just remove some of the clear, so don't worry about it. What you see, some white spots, is just that this file is heating up the mood change color. Okay, use this one first. Okay, and put this file on probably about 8,000 RPMs. And probably 6,000. Because you really don't want to take off too much powder. All you want to do is kind of even out the powder. Now, when I don't like how a drill is going, I switch out my bits. So I'm going to switch it out and use the other one I was talking about. And like I said, I like the powder to be close to the cuticle. So you got to kind of get that to make sure that it doesn't melt. So you're going to have to really get in there good. Okay? Like that. Okay? You can do it with this one, but hey, let me show you which one I really like to use. Okay? This is another cross bit, but it's a little bigger. Alright guys, I did all my filing and everything. And now this is the final result. So if I miss any, if I filed any polish off before I put the top coat, I like to go out back with my last final little coat here. And I just do that final dip, and that's it. You don't have to do nothing but buff the nail after you're done. And that's just to hit some places where you probably filed a little bit too much right there or something like that. And I'll do that just right quick. And I really just like to put that extra powder, just hurry up and put that extra powder, because it really looked like I didn't file much because it came back to color. But I want to make sure, especially around there, You know, I'm not sure, like some spots I probably went in too much with the drill. And basically to try to keep these nails on, they're very thin, they're not thick at all. You know, a built up apex, you can see that curve. It's not too bad. Oh, I don't have that much in here, so I might have to put a little bit more powder just to stretch it a little bit. All the way over there. And I like to just go this thin layer, not thick at all. Very, very thin. So you just have to, all you have to do is buff. And I really don't wait that much for this one. As I do that one, I just go back and sweep it. On this one, I'm just doing a clear coat, because this one is fine. Okay. Now this part right here, you just let that air dry. And then we're going to come back and buff that. I'm going to go ahead and do this hand and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm all done. And after you do the powder for that brush, you put some base coat on top of that. And then you're going to add the activator once more before you buff. I already did that off camera, so I'm going to get the buffer. I'm going to use the fine side on that one while that one is drying. And what I'm going to do is just buff, because I want to use a regular top coat. So you got to buff this activator off before you use the regular top coat. So you would need this activator for the system top coat for it to cure. But you don't want that activator on for your top coat. Gotta make sure that you buff the whole nail to make sure that activator is off the nail. Because if you don't, your top coat will chip. I like to use this small buffer because the big buffer, I can actually turn this and get up in that cuticle area real good. That big buffer just be going all over people's hands. You don't really use the buffer on the whole nail. There's no way you can get that big buffer on that cuticle area real good. I cut these in half. Come about like this, and I cut it in half. They got a coarser side and a more finer side. Okay, I'll be back and then we'll be doing some designing with some crystals. Okay, y'all, we are ready. I done buffed all the nails. Now we finna top coat. We're gonna do a stamp on the glitter nails, and we're gonna do a full bling on her pointer finger. Wherever there's that, we'll put the stamp there. We're gonna do. I'm gonna do a drip, a little tiny drip. It's not too overwhelming. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the top coat using this one right here. You know what? Forgot to put my primer. I'm gonna go ahead and put my primer, my Young Nails primer, on top of this so I can get some stick right here. Dip can be kind of challenging for long nails because you want it to be thick and you don't want it to be too thin to where, you know, they breaking on you. It's, to me, it's a hit and miss when it comes to very long nails. I really feel that dip nails is really for people that got short nail beds, because you got to really pack this on there for a long nail.
It turned off.
Okay, we're gonna do that twice. This top coat you gotta cure. I think cure twice to make it shiny, even more shinier. Okay, she put her hand in light, so that's how it looks. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? Now that's pretty.
It's supposed to be blue.
I thought it was blue, but it's actually not blue. It looked like it's like a light lavender, but you know what? On the cap it says like a blue. So, nope. Okay, put that one on top of that, and we gotta do them thumbs. I like to do my thumbs by themselves separate. We're gonna work on this plate in a little bit. Okay, I got some rhinestones here that I want to incorporate in this little design here. So I'm just gonna put that here. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute what those are looking like after we do the stamping. Ooh, that disc be looking like a disaster when you do somebody's nails.
It turned off.
Okay, put these on there. Be using that big bling.
It turned off.
Okay, they do have a tacky layer on these that I have to wipe off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take the sticky tacky layer off. It is getting late, and I still got to go home and do her hair. Okay, we're doing a black using clear jelly stamping polish. I'm gonna do these right here. Uh-oh, got some cotton on there. Oh, where's my card? Where's my card? I know I just see my card. Darn it! Gonna take all that away. Oh, and I think I kind of went off wrong with it. Kind of crooked right there. You see how crooked that is right there? Gonna go ahead and take that off. I kind of like that, but I think she needs to go a little thicker, huh? Huh?
To go more on the side.
You don't say. You don't say, huh? Okay. I think we're gonna go that one. I think I like that. Just in the middle of her finger. You want it going up from a tip too? Going back that way?
Do it.
Nope. Okay. She plain Jane, honey. She plain Jane. I gotta take some acetone, clean up around there. I think this plate right here was Moyu London Artist Collection. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and bling out this nail here. She want that nail bling out. Yeah, that plate was the Artist Collection number 23. The platter plate. Okay. I'm just got some rhinestones here. Just some random rhinestones. I'm just going to mix in and try to do a bling out nail real quick. I'm going to use some sculpture gel by Young Nails to apply some of these rhinestones. I'm just turning to the side to get some of that gel. I don't think I want that. I think I want a pear. Let me take that one off. Come on, turn over. Turn over. I like that one, but I don't know. She really don't want much, but I'm giving it to her. The struggle is real when you're trying to pick up these rhinestones. You hear me? You see, that sculpture gel don't go nowhere. Just gotta be a little light with it, which I just scrape it on there, like so. Oh, I bet you that's daddy. What he say,
He
Daddy?
said, where y'all at?
We still here. Tell her we almost finished.
Somebody called. Oh, I thought somebody was calling me.
Tell him I'm still doing your nails. I can't answer no phone.
But who is it, Derek or Daddy?
I don't know. You think I know, Christine? Just call whoever.
Who was calling? Who was calling Mama? Who was calling Mama? That was Daddy. We still at the shop. Alright. Mama, you the one that's cooking?
Yeah, Daddy ain't trying to cook nothing. I had, huh?
I'm just asking. That wasn't it. Okay, goodbye.
What Daddy wanted me to go home and cook after doing all this?
No. Bye.
What are you talking about, Christine?
I was just asking.
Daddy didn't cook nothing?
Didn't I just...
I like. And I'm not doing no rhyme or reason. I'm just putting them on there, okay? I think I like that because I want to show some of that purple that's in there. I'm not going to bling it all the way. I'm going to see those little 4 squares right there. I think that's nice. I'm going to take something off right here. Because this is a tacky layer. And I'm going to go right here with the top coat so I won't have to go no more. I think that's pretty. I got some gel on top of here, and all I'm gonna do is kind of wipe that off because I don't want that to be on there. Just spray the brush with the little alcohol, and wherever I kind of douse the rhinestone with, put in there. Oh, Kristen, I think I likes that. Look at that. That's pretty.
I can't see. You cut off. Cut off.
Hey, let me see that hand. Let me see how it look.
Look at that one.
What's wrong with it?
The color.
Look at that, y'all. Ain't that pretty? It's still girly. It's not too bad. You like them, Christine?
Yep.
Okay, I need to reference that one. Let's see. Okay, let's see this hand. Go put some cuticle oil and we're done. You hear me? Did we cure this one twice? I hope so. I need to take all that stamping polish off my hands. Give me the other hand. Okay, we're gonna let that hand cool off while I take this polish off my fingers.
Look at them.
Look at that. I need to take a picture when they look like that. That needs to be my final picture. You always want to let the nails cool down before you put the cuticle oil on there, because it will dull the shine. Okay, do your hands like that. Okay, and I just like to wipe it off for the pictures. I don't like all that shine there. I don't like all that shine there. She had a reference picture, but I told her, honey, it's not gonna turn out like I see the picture. But it's I always turn the inspiration into something else when I see a picture. All right, it's picture time.